Good day everyone. I'm Ivan, the moderator for this webinar. I welcome everyone to today's webinar, which is complying with I-9 and E-Verify regulations under the Trump administration. I want to introduce our presenter for today, Bob McKenzie. Bob McKenzie has over 35 years of human resources management experience. I would now like to hand over the floor to the speaker. Over to you, Bob.
Okay, Ivan, thank you very much, and thank you all for attending. Look, there's a whole new world going on right now with the new Trump administration and what they're doing, okay, with regard to doing what they can to your people that are not legally in the United States out of the United States. And so therefore, what we have to do is make sure your I-9 forms are done correctly, because each little mistake, okay, that you have on an I-9 form will cost you money. I'm going to go over our agenda for today, and I'm going to say what to expect from the Trump administration, talk about some recent penalties for compliance, and then go over some excuses people seem to have with regard to, not getting their I-9s done correctly. What I do here? Okay. Anyway, I'm going to go over some of the new regulations. They're not really new. They were effective 8/1/2023, and I doubled that for some reason in the agenda. But so I'm also going to go over all the employer responsibilities. We're going to go review the new I-9 form, go over certain things like what you have to do to have electronic signatures, temporary work authorizations, talk about E-Verify and the requirements on that, and your own record-keeping requirements with regard to I-9s, how to conduct an audit, and how to correct mistakes. And I end all of my webinars with action items. What to expect from the Trump administration. More I-9 audit. So an audit is initiated through something called a Notice of Inspection, ICE raids. ICE is the Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Now, these are the fines that are going to be handed down. Just make sure that you don't have people who are not, okay, unauthorized. They can be triggered by a report by a disgruntled employee. Here are the rules, okay? Requires that every employer who recruits, refers for a fee, or hires an individual for employment in the United States must complete the Form I-9. The managers, supervisors, human resource personnel indicted and jailed, okay, for crimes stemming from the Immigration Reform and Control Act, which was passed in 1996. Here is the excuses. Here's the idea here. New I-9 regulations. They were effective August 1st, 2023. Now, there's an alternative, okay, to completing I-9 remotely. Now, here's your employer's responsibility. Passports are always done by the U.S. Department of State. Now, you must maintain I-9 3 years after date of hire. You may complete the I-9 prior to the date of hire. Here's where the new form is available. These are the rules. And on the bottom of this thing are the actual laws, okay? You have to follow. Otherwise, you're in violation. What I'm going to show you is a couple of documents. You may get a permanent resident card, which is Form I-551. Same thing with your 766 form. I-766 form is where you will see the USCIS number. Permanent resident card, yes, it still has an expiration date. These are some of your acceptable visas. Document verification, okay? Anything that has a temporary work authorization. Okay, we have a U.S. passport, okay? First of all, what you got to do is you got to take a look at this. Document number. Now, your Social Security card, okay? What's going to happen is if you take a look at the front of this, first of all, it should be signed. E-Verify is required for all federal contractors. Record retention. The records must be kept for all current employees, and then terminated employees for 3 years after date of hire, 1 year after termination. Now, conducting your Self-I-9, like I said, 1 out of 100 are done correctly, okay? You can make corrections, okay? Use different color ink. It's not on there for the, under the making corrections page. Here's your action items. Know and understand new I-9 form. Do a spot check periodically to ensure completion requirements are met. Determine how you retain the I-9 moving forward. If you want to take your paper files and move them to electronic files, audit the current forms and make corrections before scanning them. Develop a filing system for terminated employees and a system for deleting the old forms. And make audits. Conduct audits and make corrections on a periodic basis. I just want to say, as you can see, there are some very big, huge fines for I-9s. And I will tell you that I have yet to see any I-9s that were 100% completed correctly. Good luck to you. Have fun and enjoy the rest of the year, and make sure your I-9s are done correctly. Thank you all, and like I said, have a good time.
Thank you, Bob. That concludes the session for today. Thank you everyone for participating. Have a great day ahead, everyone. Bye-bye.
Okay.